walk and talk with the dog squad. Kara is still asleep. Got JJ over here. Joey Justice, happy as can be. Bruce Wayne had a good night's sleep last night. Looking good, bro. You're looking good. It's gonna rain today, so I figured, what time is it right now? Let me take a look at my watch. It is 6:54 on Saturday the 19th. So, not sure what the day entails yet. I would like to get the UFC pay-per-view, but that also means I'm going to have to be up till like 2 a.m. So, I don't know. Sleep's ultra important to me and how I feel. So, I may have to skip it, even though I really wanted to see it. But, not sure exactly what we're doing. Maybe take the dogs out somewhere later. I think Bruce is kind of tired. He's not a morning dog. And actually Justice was just like sleeping the entire time too until I just got up, even though I've been up since 5:30. He just laid around until I was ready to go. And that's one thing a lot of people are like, how do you get your dog not to wake you up and get up super early in the morning when you want to sleep? Or at night, how do you get your dog to settle down? And it's just basically a habit formed in them. So I have, sit, stay, let me wipe off your face. Okay. So basically, dogs are creatures of habit, just as people are. You know, they need a routine, and once that routine gets broken, it really F's with them, and it can stress them out, where you may see them stop eating. They just may be acting off. Justice, let's go! Get his recall. Carrie's over there. I just want to... Good boy. Okay. Make sure he's listening to me. So it's all just about a habit. So I get up in the morning, and if the dogs are crazy, or when they used to be, I just would ignore them until they settled down and laid down. They settled down, laid down, then I'd instantly walk over and pet them. And over time, even if you've like not had that habit, but over time, once you start creating that habit, creating that pattern in their lives, they will start following that pattern. And look at this bird. I don't know if you can see it. It's a loon. You see if I can get him coming over the trees here. I don't know where he just went. Oh, there he is. He's circling down there. Right up over there. Maybe we can see him when we get down there. What you want, bro? You want to say hi to everyone? JJ, pretty eyes. Stay. Except for you are like just a dirty, sloppy mess from panting and having so much fun. Okay. This path is like beautiful, by the way. So it's just all about creating a habit. So, for example, you get up in the morning, the dogs are like greeting you or whatever, all excited. Don't let that excitement pattern, don't feed into it, I guess, because if you give them what they want, they think that by them doing the actions that they're doing, it is getting them exactly what they want. But if you start ignoring them, they lay down, and then when they lay down and calm down, you go over and greet them, pet them, love them. That's going to build that pattern. And it's the same at nighttime. You know, a lot of people have a hard time, especially like young dogs like him, settling down at night. So it's just, if you're on a routine where, let's say 8 o'clock at night, you want to get in the couch and just wind down so you can go to bed at like 9, like this dude. I go to bed early. Then, come on, buddy, let's go. Good boy, Bruce Wayne. Man, you are majestic and beautiful. It starts ingraining in them when it's like, okay, they'll start to wind down around that time of the night. And some tips to help emphasize that end of things, like the end of the day when you want them to settle down. Mentally stimulate them, like about 2 hours before you want them to settle down. Like not right away. Not like, if you want them to settle down at 8, don't take them outside and try to wind them up around at like 7:30 at night. Is that loon down here? Give it an hour or two. Mentally drain them, mentally stimulate them. And then sometimes you have to force it. You have to actually tell them, put them in their place. Like if you have a place command, or if you just tell them to go lay down like I do with these guys. They'll lay down, settle down. They get up, tell them to lay down again. This guy has to be told what to do because he has so much energy. He doesn't know what to do with it. Even when he's tired, he has that tired energy where he doesn't even know he should be settling down. So a lot of times I'll be like, Justice, go lay down, and he'll go lay down. He'll get up. I'll be like, Justice, go lay down. He'll go lay down. And he kind of just gets it. Then he'll just end up staying there for the rest of the night, sleeping, relaxing. I mean, if he has to go to the bathroom and go to the door, but it's all about patterns, guys. All about patterns. And I'm actually trying to break his pattern right now, because anytime he sees this, he goes psycho and thinks he's getting it. Watch. And like he will just follow me like, oh my god, I want that ball, I want that ball, I want that ball. So what I've been doing is showing him the ball and not giving it to him. And already, like this action right here you guys are seeing with him, this is way less engaged in this ball versus 2 days ago. I came out of the garage, I grabbed the ball, and he was like stuck to me, just spinning in circles like a top for 45 minutes while I sat outside not giving him the ball, just ignoring him. He'd whine, he'd pop me for the ball, and I wouldn't let him have it. Come on, you're messing up my shot. You're messing up my shot. There we go. There's the shot. There's the shot. And that is kind of like my fault, because what would happen is I would take him out in the garage and I'd grab this ball and I'd go play fetch with him, and he absolutely loves fetch. So he would associate that pattern of seeing the ball to, I'm going to play fetch with him. And it's already working. I mean, it's only been 2 days since I've been doing this, and he's already like, his focus is broken. Where before his focus is not even on my eyes, like just super focused on like my body where the ball was. If it was my hand or if the ball was in my pocket, he would just be like this, just like staring at it. I could tell him to SIT, and he would just be like still looking at the ball or at my pocket where the ball is, and he would still follow commands, but that focus, that like eye focus, he wouldn't look at me. It was just insane how intense it is. So I'm like, I need to break this horrible pattern. What I'm gonna do is, because he's totally broken, I kind of want to reward him. Justice, sit. You see that? Okay. He's gonna bring it back because he wants me to throw it again. So I'm trying to break that pattern. And every time I have the ball, I just let him know he can't have it every second. Drop. I am gonna let him, have a little bit because he's been good. Drop. Okay, ready? Ready? Sit. Stay. Good stay. Let's go. Let's go. Sit. And you can see how much, see what I'm saying? Let's go. No, Justice, let's go. I want him to be looking at me. See if I can get him to do it. Okay. You see how much this dog just like loves to play fetch and like loves to chase things. So it's really about figuring out your dogs, what triggers them, what makes them tick. Drop. Bruce ain't into fetch like this. He loves his flirt pole. Stay. Lay down. Stay. He probably is going to get up. Good, stay. Not going to let him have it for a second. He needs to, okay. Like he's just waiting for that break command. Just waiting hardcore for it. Justice, now. If you drop your ball in there, you're gonna lose it. Cause I ain't putting my hand in there. Must be something in there. What do you smell, bro? And what are you doing, huh? Was you smelling stuff back there? Think we forgot about you? Let's see, Justice. Something in here he really wants. Have it. Make him run the opposite way, so he's got to come back to us. Okay, go get it. Come on. I know Bruce Wayne. He's a psycho. And I think it's kind of I think you guys can see like how psycho he is over this and what I was describing at home. Drop. Ooh, there's a slug on it. Yuck. Leave it. Leave it. Now I gotta try to clean it off. Hey! Leave it. Drop. Leave it. Good, leave it. I put this nasty thing back in my pocket. Good boy, Bruce. Okay, well, it's going back in my pocket. And he's gonna be like engaged with my pocket for a few minutes probably. We'll see how this goes. You're not getting it, dude. Nope, you're not getting it. Come on, Bruce. Bruce just like, we gotta walk all the way back. I don't wanna walk this far. Come on, I know. You're missing mommy. And now you guys usually see him, right? He's usually like 50 to 1,000 feet in front of me smelling things, but because he wants this ball, he's just like standing right next to me. And going back to knowing your dog and what makes them tick, like you can use this to your advantage. Like if you're off leash and your dog's like Justice where he likes to play fetch, okay, we'll just use this for example. So let's say I didn't fully trust him off leash yet. Good boy, Bruce Wayne. And I wanted to work with him off leash, but even though his recall at home's good, but now I'm in a new location with distractions, this ball that I have in my hand is such a huge reward for him. So it's a high level reward where my odds are, see, that he's going to come back to me most likely are very high. No, leave it, because I have this ball. So what I would do is I'd have him off leash and I just have the ball with me. That way if he wasn't returning, I'd pull out the ball and like I'd be like, here, come get your ball, or throw the ball, and he, I could get him like that. So just one way I can use that to my advantage. There's something swimming over here. What is that? Psycho. It's in the water over here. Is it a turtle? The big old turtle? Snapping turtle? Let's see if I can zoom in. You guys probably can't see it, but I just saw it moving. There we go. What is that? There's just ripples coming from that. Could be a turtle. Can't tell, too far away. And now he's like, no, he's not getting it, but he doesn't want to go too far away. Come on, Bruce. I know, tired, huh? Or is it a stick that I was seeing? No, it's a huge turtle, a huge snapping turtle. You see it, guys? Now he just went underneath. A lot of big snapping turtles in here. A lot of fish in here. Dude, your face is absolutely disgusting from that ball. Absolutely disgusting. Bruce, stay. Wipe off your face. Okay. Okay, go on. Go on. The loon flew away. Usually there's like a loon sitting on this fallen tree, which is the one I was seeing flying around. I could see him way down there sitting there, but he flew away. Come on, Bruce. Good boy. Good boy. You're looking good, bro. You're moving good. Yeah. So Bruce has been doing very well. And again, he still wants this ball. So what I'm going to do is probably bring one in the house and not let him have it all day. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's so mean. And that's the thing is you got to separate emotion from your dog training. Because A, there'll be frustration, which is a huge no-no in dog training. You can't be frustrated. Your dog's gonna feel it. You're going to not be successful with your training. And then you can't be like, oh, my poor dog wants this, I want to give it to him, and give in, because anytime you give in, you just taught their dog that whatever action they just performed, they can get what they want. One of my friends was just asking me some questions about their dog in the crate. They moved the crate. The dog was fine in the crate, but they moved the crate to a different part of the house, I think, if I recall correctly. The dog's crying. So I'm like, what'd you do when the dog was crying after 20 minutes? It's like, let him out. I'm like, well, unfortunately, every time you've done that, it's just instilling more in the dog that when they cry, you're going to let them out. So it could be 20 minutes, then you're going to let them out. And now you're like, oh, I'm not going to let them out. So they're going to be crying for an hour. Then you're going to break and you're going to let them out. Like, okay, so now if I cry for an hour, I can get out. And the dog has more patience than you, because the dog has nothing going on in their life other than being with you, hanging out with you. So it can cry all day long. My suggestion is buy some headphones, some earbuds, put them in, and don't break. Because you're always training your dogs. You're either training them, like every time you're in the presence of your dog, like right now, I'm not doing any type of formal training with them, but I'm training them. I'm training them how to live life. I'm training them how I want them to act. So every time you're with them, you're training them to do something you want them to do, or inadvertently training them to do something you don't want them to do. Kind of like I inadvertently trained Justice to go psycho over that ball every time he sees a ball. And that's on me, because every time what I would do is I would just grab a ball and go play fetch with him because he loved fetch. Not thinking it was going to turn into like this insane like obsession. He's a very obsessive dog with things. So is Bruce at this age. Bruce is more laid back, doesn't care as much anymore, but Bruce's Teddy, all that stuff. His Steve, that teddy bear he has, so obsessed with it, and he's the same way. So that's on me. We're gonna turn around, buddy. Good boy. We're turning around, Bruce. And that's the thing. It's like a lot of people forget that you're literally always training your dog. Just like if you have kids, like you're setting an example for your kids. Right? If you're an a-hole, your kid's probably going to be an a-hole because you're an a-hole and you're their leader. Even if you're not a good one, they're looking at you as a leader. Bruce, I think you peed in that tree like 10 times now. Do you even have any pee left, bro? Do you have any pee even left in there? Let's go. And the thing is, like, he is so, like, squirrely. Like, he'll be like, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Sit. But he's also super responsive. So you have to take the good with the bad. I'm going to show him the ball, but I'm not going to give it to him. So here's my ball. Nope. And you see that little tornado spin he did? Before, he would just not stop doing that, like, at light speed levels. Like that. And he ain't getting it. I'm putting it away. So he knows that just because I have a ball in my hand, he can't have it. And that's gonna take, I don't know. There's no like timeline on how quick things work because every dog is different. Every dog's brain is different, even within the same breed. So what works for some in 1 or 2 sessions is in, you know, kind of like what I'm doing right now with them, may take 50 sessions, 100 sessions. It could take a whole entire year of me doing this before he's finally like, oh, you know, I can't have that. And what you're looking for, because also on the same note, you don't want to waste your time with your training. If how do you know it's working, right? You don't want to keep doing something expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. So you're going to look for breaks in the pattern. Like right now, yeah, he's kind of obsessed with me still, but not like he was day 1 and 2 of doing this. You know, he was way more obsessed with me. So I'm seeing actually a huge drop in his focus on that ball in my hand. I can put it away and he just quickly, within a minute, is like off onto his own thing, where it was 45 minutes literally day 1 where he's just like glued to me, just like staring at me, like whining, like panting frantically because he wanted that ball. So it's going to be up to you to see if what you're doing is working by just seeing even like a 0.5% decrease in the behavior you're not looking for or the behavior you're asking. Every dog's going to learn at different speeds. So be patient, but also be paying attention to make sure what you're doing is working. Good boy. Good boy. It's gonna rain here in about an hour. So I'm not sure what we can get to do with the boys other than this if it starts raining out. I don't know if we're gonna take them anywhere today. It is Saturday, and I like going out with the dogs because they like to see people. Tomorrow we're gonna take them to the gym, so they'll get an outing, they'll get loved up by some people. Today I'm not sure. Justice, no! Drop! Other thing with this dude, he likes to put everything in his mouth. He's a very curious dog. He needs to inspect everything, and he likes to inspect things with his mouth as well. When he sniffs, it's not like he's sniffing. He's like sniffing like this, like literally like touching you. Very high energy. Very curious. Compared to this dude where he is very aware and curious, but not on this obsessive level like this dude. Justice would make a good boy, said his name. He turned around, so I praised him. A good like tracking dog, bomb squad dog, drug sniffing dog, finding bodies dogs, scent tracking dog. That would totally be his job. He is so scent driven. Somebody walked by in the gym with a little extra cologne on, and Justice's face was hilarious. A couple days ago, he totally called him out on it. So I like to take the dogs out in public, but since Kara works from home now, we prefer it during the week versus the weekend because there's just a little less people out, and with 2 dogs it's a little more to handle versus when we just had Bruce. So for example, I'd love to go to get coffee with her at the coffee shop today, but it's a small coffee shop. 2 dogs that take up a lot of horizontal space in a small coffee shop that's packed. I'm always worried they're going to get stepped on. So probably going to wait to do that during the week. Justice, let's go. Good boy. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this solo walk and talk with the dog squad. The lady is sleeping. Cara Corey be napping still. Figure I'll let her sleep at 8. She's a little run down. She's got to go to town. She's got to fly to Houston, I think, on Tuesday for some big things that we're really excited about. And she typically gets up with me, but I was up a little earlier today than normal, and I want her to sleep because I can just tell she's just running on empty, and I don't want her to get sick. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss these Dog Squad Walk and Talks. Make sure you guys are commenting because it really helps YouTube push these out when you guys engage with the videos, because it tells YouTube that you're engaged with them and you like them. So if you like them and want to keep seeing them, I need that engagement so YouTube pushes them out so people actually watch them. Because what happens is if a video doesn't get views, I just presume you guys don't like said style of video, so I won't keep doing it. Like, I love this video I did the other day on my dogs fighting. Some really good tips in there on how to get your dogs to stop fighting if they don't like each other. But it's probably my worst performing video ever. So I'll probably never be doing that again unless it ends up somehow picking up some views. Because it just tells me you guys don't care about that. So I'm not going to spend an hour to two filming, setting up, and then a couple hours editing it when I could be producing other content that you guys rather see. And as always, we super appreciate it every time you guys buy. He's back at that spot again. Anytime you guys buy the merch, it's linked down below. My ebook, those training courses, joint supplements, any of that stuff, it really goes a long way. Tree, of course, Bruce got to pee on it. It really goes a long way in supporting me and my family, and we keep bringing you this awesome content. Justice, let's go. You ain't going down there, bro. Turn around. He tries sneaking away. Until next time, we'll see you later. Peace.